All right, friends, how you doing? KFARR back again once again. So this is going to be a video that I made by accident. So the channel Unpopular puts out really great content, but they label things a certain way to get clicks. This one was labeled Sovereign Citizen. I watched all 12 minutes of it, and I didn't see anything Sovereign Citizen even, like, adjacent. I saw what was more than likely a homeless lady with warrants who didn't want to give her name. But I already made the video, so I had to redo the intro. Here we go.
We've verbally trespassed her several times. She's left the been here about 7 times. She always refuses to leave. She knows she's not supposed to be.
Does she stay here? Has she paid for a room?
Oh, she's always just comes in. She just sits down on the couch. Just loiters, and then we say, "Ma'am, you have to leave. You're not welcome back here."
Okay.
And then she doesn't leave, and then we call you guys, then she walks out the door. So we do that every single time, but we have verbally trespassed her, like if the other officers have said.
Right, and yeah, so we do still believe that she's on site right now. Hi there, you know why I'm here?
No.
Okay, so the hotel staff has asked you to leave multiple times before
did?
today. Before today and today. And you continue to stay.
Is there a report on that?
It doesn't matter. If they tell you to leave, then you need to leave.
Nobody's told me to leave.
They told you to leave today, and they've told you to leave before today.
That's incorrect.
But okay,
But I'll leave right now.
But you've been. Well, wait, hang on. I need you to sit where you are because if they want to press charges, then I will issue a citation. Okay?
Okay.
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 Do you have an ID on you?
No.
Okay. Hang on one moment. Do you guys wish to pursue charges or?
Don't worry to come back.
Okay. 2853. You can cancel my assist. Okay. So I'm telling you right now, if
Yeah.
I see you back here, and I'm going to put notes in my call that if you are seen back here, that you will be issued a citation. Okay?
Hello?
Paulo is my last name. What's your name?
Jeremy.
What's that?
Jeremy.
Last name?
I'm pretty sure I don't have to give you my information.
If you're being detained right now,
I'm not.
You
She's
are
not pressing charges.
I'm detaining you.
You can't detain me.
I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, because I was called here for trespassing.
You asked her if she was going to press charges, and she said no.
But you are still detained.
For what?
I'm currently detaining you for the trespassing that I was originally called here for.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You did.
What'd I do?
You came back in here after. We're not going to argue. I'm done arguing
I've
with
never
you
even
about
met
it.
you before.
Okay. I didn't
And
tell
she
you to
just
leave.
said she was
Okay,
not
Jeremy.
pressing charges.
If you come back here,
Okay.
there will be law
Okay.
enforcement. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so she's been trespassed again. And at this point, the male officer who keeps getting called to the hotel is to say, let me just go talk to them real quick. And he changes their mind. You're going to see that. This is the absolute right call for someone who keeps coming in, trespassing, and stealing your shit.
You want her kicked out, right? Okay, you understand that she's going to keep doing this until you guys press charges and have her arrested? She's going to keep coming back in, she's going to keep grabbing food, she's going to keep doing all this stuff. So you need to speak with whatever manager or higher above and get her, and have someone give you guys permission to get her arrested, because this is going to be a constant problem, because I understand she keeps coming in here stealing food and doing other crap like that. So you need to let whoever know who's above that we need to finally start arresting her for this, or this is going to...
Well, we'll do that then. I'm the one in charge. She's training.
Okay.
So I'm pretty happy to manage all this at once.
Because this is like the third or fourth time
Yeah, we'll
that...
press charges then if that's the only way.
Okay, because right now she's like, they don't want to press charges, I can do whatever I want, so...
Okay. She knows.
Okay. Hey, wait, Officer Paolo? Stop. They want to actually have her at the very least cited today for trespassing. So if she wasn't going to give you her ID or her information, she needs to do that now. They're going to issue at the
I
very
don't have
least...
an ID.
That's fine.
Then
So
we'll
we're going
get
to
it
continue where
verbally,
we were.
and we'll get it from you. And if we don't get a valid one, then we'll take you to jail because we won't be able to prove who you are. Okay? So,
Jeremy, last name.
Robinson, Robison.
Date of birth.
Date of birth.
What is your birth date?
Why do you need all this information?
Because this is for the citation.
So I have to pay a fine?
You will be legally held accountable for the trespassing. I don't know what the outcome of that will be. What is your date of birth?
You need to explain what you're doing.
I am writing you a citation for
A
trespassing.
citation means a fine. Do I have to show up
It's
for court?
it's a misdemeanor citation.
A misdemeanor?
Correct.
For what?
For trespassing.
So I gotta go to court?
You will.
I'm not going to court for this.
What's your date of birth?
I'm not telling you.
Alright guys, so it's my opinion in this video, as it is in every video. If you don't want to provide your name and date of birth in a situation where you legally have to, it's probably because you have a warrant. She doesn't want to give her name because they're going to run her, and she'd have a warrant. Oh, I'm not going to go to court for this, because they know if she goes to court, they're going to be like, oh, it seems like Steve Stevenson has a warrant. We're going to hold him on that. Thanks, though. And it's just going to go like that for the next 6+ minutes. I think this is where the unpopular channel came up with the whole sovereign citizen thing, because she's kind of just fighting this. But as someone who actually covers sovereign citizens like on a daily, I don't consider this chick a sovereign citizen. She's maybe a little crazy, maybe homeless, but definitely not a sovereign citizen.
Do you want to go to jail?
I'm going to press charges on you.
For what?
Harassment.
Okay, I understand that. So you're not going to give me your date of birth?
Nope.
Okay, this will likely escalate further, just so you're aware. I don't want to arrest you.
Then don't.
Okay, well, I need all of your information if you're going to be able to.
I'm not going to court over this. You guys can play your little games all you want.
Show me, what is your date of birth?
I'm not speaking without my lawyer.
So what we're going to do this time is we're going to issue her a ticket, okay? And if this doesn't work in the future, then we'll have her arrested, and we'll just keep, because we've tried the please don't do this anymore like multiple times and it's not working.
Right.
So if I can get you to sign right here, just next to the X, and then if I can get your ID, what this is saying that is that you're signing her for her to receive a ticket for trespassing.
Can I try to get a 29 on a female out of Idaho? I do not currently have a date of birth. No date of birth.
Okay, so ma'am,
I've explained. She's
you understand
refusing to
that
speak.
if you're refusing to do this to us, we're not going to be able to issue our citation to you, and you're resisting and obstructing our ability to issue this ticket, and we're going to take you to jail. You're still going to get this ticket, and you're going to go to jail for R&O, because you're
It's now
obstructing
been
our
2
ability
judges.
to be able to carry through with our legal and lawful purpose of issuing you
You're
a
harassing
citation. No, ma'am, you're breaking the law repeatedly because
I
you've
am
been
not
told
breaking the law.
you've been told repeatedly not to come back in here. Okay.
I'm not breaking the law.
You
I
are.
haven't received any citation before.
You've been told
I don't know
repeatedly
what you're
verbally
talking
that you're
about. That's their
trespassing.
side. That's not my side.
You don't own any business here. You have no legal right to be
Neither
here.
do they.
Yes, they are employees
their
here.
business.
They're employees here, and they can tell you to leave, and they have told you repeatedly to leave and not to come back.
This isn't a private office.
Okay.
This is a hotel.
Yeah, which is private property. Okay. Are you refusing to give Officer Palo your date of birth and your full information? Yes or no? Are you refusing to give Officer Palo
I'm
your
not
information?
talking,
Okay,
period.
you're under arrest.
Okay, you can leave it.
Separate your feet.
So you've stolen from them multiple times. You're coming in here and stealing food from them. You have been told multiple times not to come in here. You have been told. So I'm explaining to you why you're now under arrest. Okay. Fair enough, ma'am. Yep. Go right ahead.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Do you have anything that's going to poke me or stick me?
No.
Okay. Do you have anything you shouldn't have on you?
2853 is code for with one. No, ma'am, this is your fault. You're the
Not
one.
very easy for you.
You're the one who refused to follow very simple rules that you're required to, so we can issue a citation for trespassing. You refused to identify yourself. You refused to allow us to be able to complete our job fully. So you're going to go to jail now. Okay? You were just going to get a ticket, but now you're still going to get a ticket, and you're going to go to jail.
I know this is going to come as a shocker to none of you, but I don't like dumb criminals. But the fact that this lady just played fuck around and find out and completely found out, I love it. The male officer in this situation, I love it. I'm okay with giving people breaks. If somebody is down on their luck, comes in, does something stupid, and you just say, leave, I'm good with that. But if they come back 4, 5, 6, 7 times and keep doing the same thing, yes, just have them arrested. And in this situation, again, she had the out to just leave or to just get a ticket. And she said, nah, I want the max punishment.
Separate your feet. You'll be able to do that at the jail after you're booked in.
You can't go through my stuff.
Yes, we can. You are under arrest. And you're now under arrest
Where's
for
my lawyer?
trespassing and resisting and
Okay,
obstructing.
I want to speak to my lawyer now.
You will have that option at the jail.
Don't have a
No,
lawyer.
you guys never give me any option to call anybody. Ever.
That's because you're under arrest. Were they able to get a return for
You don't let me have a phone call to call anybody. You don't help out. Nothing. I need to see what he's doing.
You do not.
Yes, I do.
You do not.
He's going through my stuff.
Yep.
I need to see what
Search
you're
incident
doing.
to arrest.
I don't trust you guys.
You
Are
don't.
you guys even real cops?
Yes.
Really?
Obviously
That's not
we
a real
are.
gun.
Obviously we are.
Sounds like you're experiencing some pretty serious crisis here also, ma'am.
Don't f***ing talk to me.
Anything
Annoying.
That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
So you lied to us again. You do have a driver's license. Is this the information she gave you?
No.
Oh, good. You're also arrested for false
3
information.
charges.
Okay.
Same thing. Okay, so you're also now under arrest for false information because you gave Officer Paolo, when she legally and
You're not
lawfully
even
asked
a real
you
cop, so you can't legally
information
arrest me.
for, you gave her false information, so you're
You're
under
giving
arrest
me
for that as
false
well.
information because you're not a real cop.
So,
Both are real cops.
the jail will not accept, and neither will property food, so I'm throwing this away. And this open bottle of water is going to be thrown away. There's nothing else in there, so I'm going to be placing your items back into here.
Will you put this lighter in with her other items? Thank you.
Can you zip that up so that stuff doesn't fall out?
It will be. It will be booked into the Ada County property.
Can I pee?
No, you cannot. You can pee after you get booked into the jail.
So I gotta pee in your car?
Well, if you do that, then we will also put that along with the additional charges.
Tim, why don't you just let me pee now?
Because you're in custody. And that's
Yeah,
not
you're in
something
custody.
that we have ability to be able to do, ma'am. And your drink from Hampton, I'm sure they did not offer you, is also getting thrown away.
You put my cigarettes.
It's empty.
Cigarettes in there.
Come on.
You just threw away my cigarettes?
He just showed you that it was empty.
You're welcome. I'll bring her back her name for you so you can have that here.
Where's my cigarettes?
There is a pack of cigarettes that did have some cigarettes inside there.
Did you take my cigarettes?
They're in your bag.
Did you zip up my baggie?
Very good.
There's people in here.
Hopefully she learns from this. Hopefully this incident snaps her back into reality, but from what I know about dumb criminals, since I do this basically every day, they don't learn. We'll probably see her again in a body cam doing the same thing somewhere else. I was going to cut out the next minute and 45 seconds, but you know me, in context, it adds so much context about what this lady did there previously. I'm going to leave it in. I'll see you guys at the end.
So this is the same female who's came in and stolen food and wandered off and stuff like that, right?
I know she's interacted with my other coworkers. I don't know if she's stolen food. I wouldn't be surprised if she has.
Yeah, we've gotten calls for a female coming in, taking food, and then...
But I know she has come in probably like the 7th time.
Okay.
Probably.
And she's been told each time to leave and refuses to.
Yeah. And then we call you guys, and then she leaves, and we call you, and then.
What I'm writing is I'm writing her information down. I'm going to go write the police report, so then you can leave it. You know, your staff's like, look, she was cited for trespassing and then arrested for other charges because she lied to us. She gave us a false name, and so she's getting arrested for that as well as for R&O. And you can say, here's her real name, because she's going to say Susie Jones again or whatever. She's obviously probably also experiencing either abuse or some other things that are making her with problems, and she's lying about her name, lying who she is. So I'll write down a police report. I'll be right back in with that. And Raven has said it at least 7 times she has been told.
Well, I was looking in priors
Yeah.
with Michelle's name, and she's been. Okay.
Yeah, so.
You did refuse to leave.
No, I didn't. I was leaving, and you guys arrested me.
You refused to leave when you were still there when I got there. You had been told to leave before.
That was their story.
I see calls in here that have your name attached to them that were refused to leave last week. 2 of them, they both have you in them. So you came back after you had...
Police,
Yes.
trail. No police officers talk to me.
Okay.
You can leave as long as I don't want to press charges, because I don't want to press charges, but then you arrest me.
They're able to change their mind.
Bunch of morons.
They're able to change their mind, which they did.
You guys said you're going to arrest me. I'm detaining you regardless whether she wants to press charges.
And then she changed her mind.
Alright guys, so that's the video. Like I said, it added a lot of context of what she did there previously and how many times she's done it, which is shocking that you can do this 6 or 7 times and then you finally get arrested after the 7th time. That's crazy. But she was charged with trespass, failure to depart, resisting or obstructing officers, and providing false information to law enforcement. And I don't think any of us are shocked by any of that, but yeah, that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was definitely not a sovereign citizen, so it was kind of a clickbaity title from them, but it is what it is. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Peace.